Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome to the road to Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This is the first video of many in this 2-week celebration that leads up to the release of Skyward Sword HD. In other words, this is the official hype train from the Mr. Awesome channel for Skyward Sword. I personally love Skyward Sword, and it might be blasphemous for you guys to hear, but it is my favorite Zelda game. Yes, I'm sorry if it hurts you and it offends you, but it is what it is. Seeing this game being ported onto the Nintendo Switch is such a blessing. Oh man, I'm very excited I get to revisit this game in proper HD. None of this Dolphin emulator stuff. I know many people hate this game, and I pray to God and I hope that this remaster gives this game new life and a new positive outlook for this game. For this video, I will be looking at the Wii version of Skyward Sword because the Switch version isn't out. But I will also be covering the Switch version of Skyward Sword post Road to Skyward Sword HD. So without further ado, my name is JuniorAlexanderLeiva, aka Mr. Awesome, and here's 10 reasons Zelda fans love Skyward Sword. Make sure to subscribe for future Zelda videos like 10 reasons Zelda fans hate Skyward Sword, because that's coming up after this video in a couple days. Or 10 reasons to be hyped for Skyward Sword HD, along with theory videos and also streams of the game after it releases. So please subscribe and turn on those notifications. Number 1, it's the first Zelda game. If you didn't know, Skyward Sword is the very first Zelda game. But Mr. Awesome, I thought the NES one is the first Zelda game. While you aren't wrong, that game for the Nintendo Entertainment System is the very first Zelda game. Skyward Sword is the first Zelda game in the entire Legend of Zelda timeline. Yes, this long lineage of games has an official timeline, and it's kind of confusing if you aren't well versed in branched timelines and split timelines. Whatever the case may be, this game's at the very top. This game is the first game in the entire series. I mean, look at it. There it is. Skyward Sword. I love this game. People love the story and lore of Zelda, and this game just really expands in the beginnings and origins and pre-existing story beats of the entire franchise. And to me, that's amazing. Some Zelda fans love Zelda for the story. And hey, I don't blame them because I'm one of them myself. I'm one of those that I prefer story over gameplay. Just because, I'll be honest with you, Zelda overall, the story is what sticks with me after I beat the game. Honestly, all in all, I can appreciate that this is a Zelda game with an origin story, and it's just the start of something. And I love this franchise a lot, and this game is part of the reason why I do. Number 2, the motion controls. So when Skyward Sword launched 10 years ago, it launched for the illustrious Nintendo Wii. It came out during a time where motion controls were at its peak. Not to say that they've gone down in quality, they've actually gone a lot better, but it's when everyone was riding that motion control hype train. Skyward Sword for the Wii strictly played with motion controls. Well, not strictly to the sense where you moved with motion controls, no, you moved with the analog stick, but the sword and shield movement is 100% motion controls, and a lot of people love this. If it was well calibrated, the sword movement was 1-to-1. I personally enjoyed it. A lot of Zelda fans enjoyed it. A lot of Zelda fans hated it, but a lot of fans enjoyed it as well. Personally, I love this because it wasn't just this combat where you just mash and go. No, you actually had to swing the proper way to get a good hit in, and it was just amazing because you sat there on your couch and just swung, you know, the perfect way, and you know, it just felt fulfilling and satisfying. It makes you feel like you're really swinging a sword and shield around, and just make you feel like the hero of the sky for realsies. I remember after buying this game, I wanted to get a Master Sword replica and stuff. Honestly, here at the studio, I might as well just buy a Master Sword replica. I'll tell you guys this, if this Road to Zelda Skyward Sword does so good, I will personally buy the Master Sword replica and have it here on the studio. It just looks really cool. Honestly, I can't sit here and call this the best thing since sliced bread because a lot of people don't like the motion controls. And I can see why. But when the motion controls works, it really freaking works. And I can't sit here and deny I love it. I love it a lot, and I see why Zelda fans love it too. Number 3, the golden Wii Remote. So when Skyward Sword initially launched in 2011 for the Nintendo Wii, it came out with the golden Wii Remote. If you don't remember, Skyward Sword was the Zelda 25th anniversary title, and honestly, it's looking like the 35th anniversary title too. This game in retrospective was a good title to have for that anniversary, and low-key for this one too. Plus, for this 25th anniversary, when you bought the game, you got the new Wii Remote with Motion Plus inside, and the Zelda music CD. Wow, that was just amazing. You got a lot of bang for your buck when this game came out. If you haven't noticed, this Wii Remote looks fire, man. I wish I had it, but I didn't. It's all gold and the Triforce is in the middle. The colors of the 1 and 2 buttons are just white and it just meshes well and everything. And if I didn't mention it before, which I clearly just did, it comes with Wii Motion Plus inside too. Back then that was the most craziest thing because it wasn't the most craziest thing, I over exaggerated. It was a crazy thing because it made motion controls a lot bit better than what it used to be. Off the rip, you was playing this game with a way better Wii Remote that came included with the game. That was amazing. Honestly, it baffles me that the Switch port doesn't come with a Wii Remote. I hate it. I wish, well, not a Wii Remote, you know, with golden Switch Joy-Cons. Instead, you gotta buy them separately. That's kind of garbage. I wish it came with it so it could justify that $60 price tag. But hey, whatever. Zelda fans at launch, the original Skyward Sword got so much bang for their buck. It's super dope. This golden Wii Remote is gonna live on in history as the definitive Wii Remote. Speaking of music, number 4, the music. Wow, this game's music is just something else. I always have a tough time explaining why I love music just because I have so much enthusiasm and appreciation towards it. But thank God there was the internet. Skyward Sword's music was so good that the main theme, if you listen to it backwards, is just as good. What? I've never experienced a music like this backwards and it just sounds good. It doesn't sound like garbage mess. It just sounds like a whole other track. Wow, I've never been this excited for a 10 Reasons video. The main theme that is playing right now is called the Ballad of the Goddess, and this is just an orchestral masterpiece. This game is just orchestrated throughout, and that's just amazing, beautiful. I love it. You can feel the grandeur of this game just with this masterpiece of a track. Zelda's Lullaby is the track I've heard for hours 10 years ago. I used to just sit in the room, just listen to that same song on repeat for a long time. But a track that Zelda fans love the most, and I can't blame them, is the Groose theme. Wow, that is the Clown Man's theme. Like, speaking of Groose, number 5, Groose. Dude, Groose is the perfect third companion to the Zelda and Link duo. Actually, now it's a trio. Fans love Groose, I love Groose, and Groose is in HD now. I can't blame people for loving Groose, because look at him. Groose has an amazing character development in this game, and this is something that this game does right, which is character development. Groose first started off bullying Link just because Link and Zelda seem to have this little romantic thing going on with each other. And Groose likes Zelda, so he kind of wanted Link out of the picture, so on and so forth. Groose eventually comes to terms with it and actually helps Link in his adventure. And man, he's just an amazing character. Groose is very original. He only appears in Skyward Sword, and I personally find that very cool. Look, I would love to see Groose in other games, but it's just, I don't know, it's just perfect for this one. Groose helped save the world of Zelda, so why wouldn't I put him as a reason on this list? I can't wait to see him again on the Switch port. I really can't, especially in HD. Oh my god. I'm super excited for this upcoming port. Hey, thanks for making it to the halfway point. Make sure to like this video if you are hyped for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Do me a favor, I would love to hit 100 likes for this video. As you guys can hear, I'm very enthusiastic about this upcoming game, and if I really want to continue making Zelda videos, and I would love it if you guys showed your support by liking, commenting, and perhaps subscribing, just because I want to comfortably make these Zelda videos in the future. So thank you if you do all these things in advance. Seriously, thank you, thank you, thank you. Number 6. The dungeons and areas. So this reason is a little iffy. Fans either love Skyward Sword dungeons or they downright hate them. I'll cover why fans hate these Skyward Sword dungeons in the next video, but for now, Zelda fans love Skyward Sword dungeons because it wasn't your typical forest, lava, water themes. No. Of course those themes were there, they were present, but they were expanded on to the point where it just didn't feel so bland. The dungeons for the most part were very original. What sticks out to me personally out of this whole game is the Lanayru dungeons, or the Lanayru area, whatever the case may be, that sticks out to me the most. That concept of you time traveling as you move is very original to me. I've never seen this done before. Like, what? This idea is ingenious. The sense of adventure that this game gave me, not even me, that this game gave Zelda fans was just very grand. This game went along with the story. It was really story driven, and God, Zelda fans loved that. It's honestly really sad seeing people say that they don't like the dungeons and areas cause of that reason. But it is what it is. I really can't do much for these people. I just hope they enjoy the new game. I can go on and on about the dungeons and areas, but I think I'm fine with what I mentioned. Whew. Number 7, the art style. Another reason that can go both ways, unfortunately, is the art style. This art style is named Impressionism. And in my opinion, this looks really good for the game, especially for a Wii title. And now it's being brought back to life on the Nintendo Switch. The graphics are meant to be a happy medium between the Twilight Princess grungy look and the Wind Waker childish nature. And this game just nails that to a T. This game graphically holds up a lot better than Twilight Princess did on the Wii U, and that's just because of the graphic. It's just because of the art style. I love looking at this game 10 years ago and just being in awe with how it looked. And it's kind of sad seeing people don't like this art style, but again, it is what it is. Some people say that the art style looks all stone-like, and honestly, I like it, and I see why other people do too. Number 8, Link and Zelda. Skyward Sword is perhaps the only game that I've noticed so far where Zelda and Link interact with each other the most. In previous installments, the pair rarely talk to each other. They do, don't get me wrong, but not to this extent. Games previous to this one make Zelda and Link look like work friends, as opposed to Skyward Sword where they look like they're friends, borderline lovers at the end. You feel the chemistry between these two, and just their actions alone, it's just very wholesome. It feels like you're just entering a relationship with them. I hope they had kids with each other, to be honest, because that'd be pretty cool. Number 9, the story. Oh man, the story. Oh my god. The story right here is just phenomenal. I don't know why people hate the story, man. Why? It's the first Zelda game canonically, and it's just so good, man. The next video is gonna be so hard to make. This story right here is just damn phenomenal. Skyward Sword really lays out the foundation of Zelda and then some. There was a lot of effort put out into this narrative, in my opinion, and I don't get why people saying, oh, you just wasn't up to par with Twilight Princess. It's whatever, Twilight Princess. Skyward Sword is number 1 in my eyes. Link goes through a lot by the time you finish this game, and Zelda, my god, Zelda's importance is shown in this game. I can understand why this game is called The Legend of Zelda. Zelda's not just this princess of Hyrule, no. Zelda is a reincarnation of the goddess of Hylia. What? Zelda has importance now. She's always had it, but not to this extent. Zelda is a reincarnation of a goddess. What? Insane! Dude, and this game shows you the creation of the Master Sword. The Master Sword, which is in almost every Zelda game. The most integral part of the best Zelda games is created here from this one. It's the beginnings of the best things of Legend of Zelda. Man, what a masterpiece this game was. What a freaking masterpiece that this game was. And finally, number 10. It leaves you with a lasting impact. Man, I talked a lot about the story of this game, but the legacy that this game left behind has changed all of Zelda from there onwards. Breath of the Wild benefited from Skyward Sword. We wouldn't have had some of the cool things if it wasn't for Skyward Sword. Like I mentioned before, Zelda being a reincarnation of the goddess Hylia makes so much sense. It's just, like I said before, The Legend of Zelda, the term itself has meaning. Skyward Sword, the people started off in Skyloft, this land in the sky, which kind of makes no sense, realistically. how the islands flow, but that it is what it is. They discovered the mainland, and once they get to the mainland, it just lays the groundwork for everything else in the franchise, the creation of Hyrule and all that fun stuff. The Master Sword creation is shown off, and the Master Sword, as I mentioned before, is an integral piece of the Zelda games, and it's just amazing. Well, most Zelda games, to be honest, because some of them don't even show the Master Sword. Link's heroic nature started off here, and every incarnation of Link, you know, be it Twilight Princess Link, Ocarina of Time Link, Breath of the Wild Link, Majora's Mask Link, you know what I'm trying to get at. They all lead up to the same goddamn Link, and it's this one right here. All in all, Zelda fans that love the story and the lore of the franchise love this game because it's just the official start to everything. And I can't blame them. Honestly, yo, I swear to God, this is the most enthusiastic I've been for a 10 Reasons video. Honestly. Oh, man. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go take a nice deep breather after this. Make sure to check out 10 Reasons Zelda Fans Hate Skyward Sword in the upcoming days. In other words, subscribe, because you definitely don't want to miss the other side of the coin when it comes to this game. And especially because I'm going to be making a lot of Skyward Sword videos for the Road to Skyward Sword HD. Thanks to the members for supporting this channel financially. You guys make this YouTube thing a dream come true. Honestly, I'm touched that you guys decide to give money monthly. I'm very appreciative. And to the people that bought the Mr. Awesome merch, I hope you guys are having a good night tonight. As always, thanks for watching this video. Stay golden, and please stay safe out there. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Let me ask you, do you like Skyward Sword? Let me know. Thank you.